So, I happened to record this video without any audio. I had my mic muted, so I'm just going to annotate what's going on right now. And so the first thing we'll need to do is create a conversation text structure, or a BP structure called conversation text. And it will have two variables that are an array and our text variables called NPC text and character text. And then we'll need to go and open the NPC and add in that text variable or the structure we made, and make sure that before you delete the two other ones that were connected to the get nodes, to transfer all of your conversation text to the new text variable. And you can just do that by copying and then pasting into each one. And once you've done that, go ahead and connect them like I have on the video, and make variable of each of the index pins. So we can change the pages, and the one that's labeled text page will let you change what the character says, or the NPC says, when you come back to them. So like if you were to click a button and then leave and come back, it would be different text. Okay, so now we need to add in a new custom node called switch, which will set our text page number so we can switch to the text array. And in our send custom event, we'll need to add in a new variable that is an integer. Same with the send lines, we'll have to add in a new integer for that one. And then just connect those two to the get nodes, the two new index pins, and do the same thing with the text variable and get it and connect it to the two things on there, as you saw. Okay, so now we're done with the NPC, and we can get started with the HUD. I am in the reset function right now. I've already done some stuff, so I'm going to just work through it. And I added in a new modifier boolean that's in a local variable. And this will let us have multiple modifiers. And all you have to do is connect the end of the modifier to the branch node, the next branch node. And just go ahead and do that for all of them. And we'll also need to add in a new branch called PN, which will be like page number. And so that'll add in, it'll see if we were changing page numbers or not. And and call the switch from the NPC, and connect it to the true off of the branch, and then connect a modifier to that also. And make sure to make your two array variables integer and boolean for it, and get that new integer variable or array and connect it to the switch node or function call, whatever you want to call it. And make sure to connect the index pins to the options in the far right part of the function. So then we'll need another branch, and go ahead and connect the modifier bool to it. So this will check if we actually have a modifier or not. Connect it from the false of the leave branch. Connect the true to the set clicked false, and the false to the refresh widget. And then we're going to add some more stuff in here. We shall be resetting the pin, or actually the character lines and NPC lines, because we can't reset them in the refresh widget. That's what will cause problems when we try to send them to the NPC. We can't send them before because it also causes problems. So just go ahead and drag those onto the grab and clear them after the send node. And connect them to the main refresh also, or reset. Make sure to connect to I think I already said that. Okay, so now drag your NPC line and get them and connect them to the send node. Same with the character. And then just connect the indexes to the option of the function. Way over here. Okay, So now in the refresh widget, make sure to clear your page number and page number. You can just duplicate the little clear right there. Actually, you probably duplicate that before setting it to a boolean. Okay, now we're in our check all the modifiers function. We'll actually need to delete all that because it is old and we do not need to use it, because there are ends with function will make it so that if we have a lot of modifiers, we have to put them in a specific order or else it won't run correctly. So instead, I'm going to copy and paste everything that I've already finished, and we can look at it, and it's just the same for everyone. So once I paste it now, so it has the find substring instead of the ends with, and all you do is connect the return value to a not equal to and then -1, and that's all you need to do to replace everything. And make sure to connect to all your pins and source strings. And don't connect the end execute yet, because we're going to add some more stuff. Okay, so we're going to add in 4 new local variables. And the third one will be an integer. The first one and last one will be a boolean, and I think the second one's a text, if I remember correctly. Oh no, a string, my bad, not a text. Oh, and the last one's a string, not a boolean, okay. So, you can see what I'm typing in there. I don't really need to. Oh. Okay, so go and connect number to the while loop, and make sure its default value is true. And then get a branch off of it. And get another find substring. And duplicate it. Connect the search to the return. And the substring will be the NPC number. Actually, it could be NPC line, so NL to the VNN, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna need. Actually, we don't do that because that is wrong. I'll remember in a second here. And I think you actually can have the not equal to, but don't connect it to the return value because it's connected somewhere else, which I'll be showing you here in a second. Okay, off of the return value or find substring, get another add integer and connect the pause to it, the local variable integer. And get another find substring. Get two of them and connect the start indexes to the addition. And then get the string. And connect the source strings to their place. And on the first get substring, connect it to the not equal to. And the reason it's 0 is because any letter that is not, or like, when you get substring, if it's a letter, it'll be 0. If it's a number, it'll be the number. Except if it's 0, it'll give you 0 still, so we have to switch it later on and make it so that if you have a 0, you actually would be putting -1 instead of 0. So that means if you have 10, you'd be doing 1, -1. Okay, so go ahead and set the string on the true of the branch. Connect that to an append. I connect the string to the A. And B will be connected to the return value. Then set the position. And make sure, add 1 and connect it to position. And make sure position is set to 3 by default. And get another branch connected to false. Okay, so you can just go ahead and duplicate the set string and position. And the append, connect the append to the set string, and B will be 0. And A will be connected to string. And the branch condition will be connected to an equal integer. It will be -1. And make sure to set the length of the second get substring to 2 because of the negative. And connect that to the equals. Then set number to false off of the false branch. And then we'll be setting the NPC line number, or not setting but adding. And you can go ahead and get 2 more replaces. And the connect source string, but don't connect that source string though, don't do that. That's going to be connected to an append. And then connect the return value to the from, And on the replace, it can be from 0 to -1. And then, see the source value needs to connect to an append. And the B will be, okay, we can go ahead and do the A, will be slash NN, or whatever your modifier is. And B, I think, will be connected to string. Don't connect to the get substrings. Connect to, yep. There it goes. Okay, so then you connect the add NPC line to the string. And then we're going to need to reset our local variables, because we need to do this one more time for the character. To make sure, so go ahead and set number to true. Reset temp source, or actually don't reset, you're actually going to be setting it to the replace right there, the return value. And then just go ahead and set string to blank and position to 3. Make sure to set that position, the second one you duplicated after the branch. And it's going to be connected to pose plus 1, or 2. And now you can just duplicate everything for the second one of these, the character one. Just make sure to change the NPC add to a character add. And then connect the temp source to search in with a find substring. And then change the modifier to like CN, or it could be CL for character line, or whatever you want it to be. And the same with the get substring, change source string of all of them to the temp source. And that's all you need to do for that, since it's the exact same. Oh, but remember to change the append, second one down there, to your modifier. And then you can go ahead and connect it to the return node. And connect the text to the replace. Okay, I think we're actually done now, but I'm going to show you how it works. So, in your text variable, you can just go ahead and add in 3 NPC texts. And then character text. You put 2 in that one line. And the modifiers will be slash NN, and then the line number, so I'll put 1 for line 1. And then slash CN for the next character text. So I actually need to add 3 character texts in there, or elements. And then break, and then do 2 line or whatever you want to say, slash NN2, and CN2. Of course, it doesn't have to be CN2. It could be CN3. It doesn't have to be NN2. It could be NN3 or whatever. It doesn't matter. Up to you. So now, watch it work, because I already tested it, so I know it works. This time, at least. So, click it, bam, first line. Of course, you could always make it go back to the original line instead of making it leave. That works too. Second line, yep, there you go. And then I end it here, but I forgot to show you how to change the text variables array, like to change it when you leave and then come back, be different text. So I shall show you that in a second. Okay, here we go. So go ahead and add a new text element. And inside the character text in the first one, just slash page number, and then the page number, so 1 for us since it was the first element. I guess technically not the first, but the second. And it's just labeled 1 since the array started at 0. And then the second one you can do \p and 0, so you can actually go back to the original one if you wanted to. So now when we walk up here and we talk to him, I'm going to click this button and then leave the conversation and come back. It's different. So I mean, back again and leave, come back, and be the original text. Bam. Hope you guys like the video.